Konnichiwa, hajimashite, konyoji desu, and welcome back to World of Tanks Blitz. And today I just came back after a 2-month hiatus because of me focusing on my business plan, but now that everything is finished, I'm finally glad to be able to say that I'm finally back. Pardon me. So I've heard that World of Tanks Blitz finally has a replay system on, similar to World of Tanks PC. If some of you guys have played World of Tanks PC before. But the difference is that I really can't fast track, but I can seek forward, but I can't reverse or just change the speed of the playtime. But either way, at least I'm glad that they finally managed to put a replay system for World of Tanks Blitz, and especially for you guys who want to submit some gameplays for me to be able to do some commentary, which in fact I haven't really received any other requests so far because probably there's no time or something, or like people are having a hard time trying to record gameplays. But anyway, so now I get out of the field and I have to go onto the harbor here. It's kind of hard for me to actually be able to go up against all of those heavies in there. And I also noticed that there's a Chieftain Mark 6. Now that thing is an absolutely amazing tank. I don't have it, but I've heard it from some of my friends who have the tank, and they say that it has a really good DPM, but somehow there is some sort of kink that makes it somehow not very appealing. I just couldn't put my finger on it, but it may have something a little bit to do about the gun or something. So anyway, I've decided to go flank around this E100, put a shot onto him, and now I've got to go on other side so I can put a shot onto him. Now this gameplay was actually done days ago. I managed to actually deal 3,109 damage with 2 kills. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. And I've only got like a master class 1 mastery badge, but either way, that'll work. We actually did manage to actually deal a lot of damage here, and look at that. That chieftain moved out of his cover, and I managed to put a shot onto his lower plate. And now, that's probably the best place that you can be able to shoot a chieftain. If you ever engage one, shoot on the lower plate. It's the weakest. With only 85 millimeters of frontal plate armor from the hull, it's very easy to spam hesh on it, especially if it's just cheap hesh, because cheap hesh is around like 105 millimeters. And now I decided to help this IS-7. I go to his side. Oh no, this IS-7 is engaging me, and he bounces off my sides there, I believe. My armor was angled, so I managed to be able to bounce a shot. Unfortunately, this IS-7's gun goes through between us and that IS-7, and the IS-7 bounces his shots again, and we finish him off. Now that's an absolutely amazing game there, at least for a welcome back game. Now, I'm not going to be able to show the after game stats here because this game, like I said, this game was taken from a long time ago, and there's really no website that can be able to upload, I think. So anyway, let's go on to the next gameplay. So here we are on the second game, and like the Centurion game over there, this is an old video as well, so I can be able to actually get the post-game stats up. So anyway, I managed to deal 2,600 damage here, at least worth of it, with around 1 or 2 kills. I really couldn't remember, although I could say that I kind of still have it, even though I've missed out a lot for 2 months. So we decided to go over onto the flag there, and notice how the flag over there, it looks as a has that kind of a soccer ball fabric over there. I've heard that Blitz is actually planning to get a football event or something where you can play as any other tanks nations, and then just go play out and have fun. I'm really excited about it, especially if it may probably be able to reminisce that that World of Tanks PC event that looked a lot like it during the Rio Olympics, if I did remember. So apparently we were able to take a few shots from over there. And I've also, and speaking of which, I haven't talked about the Chinese heavies as well. Chinese heavies are, in my opinion, are rather different from the Russians. They look a lot like the Russians. There's nothing different about there, but the guns are rather clunky. You're gonna have to really try hard to actually make it work. And definitely, the Chinese nation isn't really something that I would really recommend to someone who's a new player, because I would rather recommend the Russian tech tree instead, because they're very noob friendly and pretty much they don't require that much skill to play. But the Chinese, I think they're gonna require a lot of skill, because like these tanks have very clunky guns, and honestly they're quite slightly hard to make work of as opposed to the Russians. But overall, for the WZ-110, which I am on the tier 8 right now, I'm rather having fun playing with this thing. It's an amazing tank. It's not bad. It actually kind of looks like a lot like the IS-3. Well, it kind of looks really a lot like an IS-3, given by the pike nose on the front. So, the basic method for playing pike noses is that you can slant your armor, or else people will be able to penetrate you. And this T-54 is trying to take us out, but unfortunately he runs out of his shell. So maybe I opted I need to push here, because this 110 on the enemy team is gonna try to shoot me. And unfortunately, before I can finish him off, our ally finishes him off. And now it's this WZ-110's turn. I'm gonna be able to move forward just a little bit. And no need. And this object 704, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe. Right, I think we have to go to the 704 because he just fired. And it's gonna take him a long time. I just loaded in gold just to make sure that I don't bounce and finish him off. And now we need to go finish off that IS-3 and help the E-75. Now we really can't take much of a shot here, because like the lower plate on the 110 is rather weak, except for the upper frontal plate, which is rather considerably thicker compared to the IS-3, which is something that I really like, and rather it comes in handy when you're just going on hold down, showing your frontal turret and the upper plate. It comes really in handy. So anyway, we're just engaging with this IS-3. I opted maybe this T-34 could just die for me or something. Yep, he could. And now if I could try to finish him off. I put a track onto him, I track him, and this E-75, maybe he can finish him off. Yes, he can. And that was a rather nice game over there. We dealt around 2,000 damage plus with 1 kill. And it's rather hard that you really don't have a website or some sort of a place where you can upload your replays and people can watch it, as opposed to watching WoTBlitz for PC. These are nice, very, very nice welcome back battles. And so, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if it was, please consider giving it a like down below, subscribe, and let me know in the comments down below of what you think of the replay system and whether if it will come in handy. And I will also leave a link on where you could be able to send your replays, your epic replays, and I could be able to do commentary on them. And thank you so much guys for watching. You've all been awesome, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video and in the battlefield.